What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing some Minecraft Dungeons build showcases, and right now I'm going to showcase a shadow form build using the shadow shifter right here. You're going to want the veiled crossbow with accelerate, chain reaction, multi-shot, and ricochet. Ricochet isn't a must. You could replace that with accelerate. Some people like to go with power. I just like to have the faster fire rate. And then you're going to want an encrusted anchor. The enchantments on this one don't really matter. I mean, void strike is a must, but I like to have guarding strike, sharpness, and refreshment. So if you don't want to grind for gildeds, you can place ricochet there with accelerate, and it doesn't have to be gilded. This one doesn't have to be gilded. I'd suggest just going with this. And then we're going to want this verdant robe with shadow blast and shadow surge. It can be any armor with minus 40% artifact cooldown. You could already just get a different armor and put cooldown on it. Like, I got cooldown on this one, but I'm not going to put it on because minus 40% is already enough. And you can basically use any melee weapon in the front, like this Starless Knight. I just like the encrusted anchor because it has like one of the biggest ranges in the game. So and I like this armor a lot because it has Potion Bearer, Reckless, and Cowardice. Does a lot of damage. People say Reckless is bad, but I think it's really good. So first, probably what you're going to want to do is hit it once to activate that void strike, hit it again, gong, shadow form, and then boom, 9 million. Almost 9.5 million. That's one of the biggest hits I've done. I used to have a Winter's Touch that could do 66 million per hit. It's in the blacksmith right here. So yeah, that's one build you need. You could do that, so like when you kill something with the veiled crossbow, you get a shadow form. It also doesn't have to be unique, just the first shot won't break. Shadow form is nice, in case you don't notice that there's shadow form on. And you also don't need shadow blast, it's just like an add-on. You have to have shadow surge though. And then also, like, there's another really fun build you can do with these unstable robes with swift-footed, multi-roll, and acrobat. You don't need swift-footed, it's just fun. I got lucky to have one like that, but you don't need it. So you're gonna want 3 light feathers or 2, whatever you want to do. You could also add in a blast fungus. This is basically just chaos. So you can just roll a lot. You can basically infinitely roll and go fast and explode. 3 light feathers does make it a lot, like, faster. Like, you can roll infinitely with 3 light feathers. Like, also, if you have a bow with burst bowstring and cooldown shot, you'll be able to infinitely roll because the light feathers will go off cooldown every time you roll. So I suggest you have an affinity on that bow. Anyway, this is really just a chaos build right here. It actually is okay for speedrunning. And then we also have this verdant robe. It's pretty godly. Cooldown, swift-footed. You can basically never run out. Like, I usually put a ghost cloak there, boots of swiftness there, and then maybe deathcap mushroom in case you do want to fight, or just another ghost cloak, because you can just infinitely, like, go fast. It's the best speedrun armor. Like, but technically you could only just do cooldown there, and you don't need both of these cooldowns. You can only work with minus 80%, and you don't even need swift-footed, it just adds. So that's gonna take a lot of grinding to do, but the first comment on the video will get this evocation robe right here. Cooldown, and speed synergy. We could just try that right now with cooldown, and speed synergy, and we'll see how fast we go. Is it faster than swift-footed? No, because swift-footed adds 50% movement speed, and this only adds 20% movement speed. It still is a great armor, and it's great for speedrunning, so you won't have to grind for hours to get this perfect armor.